This is Roger Weiland, the host of Big Board Sports, weekdays from 10 to noon on 104.5 The Team.
Talking with Ray Brownell, our NFL agent here on a Monday morning as we go wall-to-wall NFL football. We'll get into the college a little bit as well. Some lopsided games I didn't think would be lopsided, including a game I got home late and watched Ohio State and Oklahoma. That was a total lopsided game, too. How about your take, Ray, on the New England Patriots? Garoppolo, very impressive, but they're going to have to find a different quarterback for Thursday night.
Well, they'll go with Brissett on Thursday. They'll, tailor the game plan to suit what he can do, and they'll go pick up a journeyman. I heard Zach say T.J. Yates earlier. He may be a good pickup, having played a little in Houston, somewhat familiar with the Belichick philosophy, a little bit of that offense, just to get a body in there as a backup. But Brissett, listen, he did some nice things early on in the preseason yesterday. You could tell he only had maybe a snap or two in the practices because he didn't look terribly sharp, but they held on and they did what they needed to do. Just got to tread water for 2 weeks, this Patriots team, and they're on another march to a Super Bowl.
Ray, I'm looking at the running backs in the list of them who, got injured in week 2, left the game, did not return. Amir Abdullah, Arian Foster, Doug Martin, Adrian Peterson, Thomas Rawls, Jonathan Stewart, Danny Woodhead. I mean, my goodness, what a week for the injured running back. I mean, this is highly unusual, right?
Well, it is to get so many backs hurt, and I think the news won't be good on Woodhead when we hear it today. I think he's going to be gone for the year. That's 2 pieces for the Chargers that are going to be gone, and Keenan Allen, a big play receiver, and now Danny Woodhead, who brings some versatility to them. That's going to hurt Phillip Rivers in that offense. And I don't think the news is going to be good on Adrian Peterson as well. It's the other knee, not the one he had hurt before, the left knee. It's the right knee. But something tells me that he's going to be done for the year as well. So those are a couple of big losses. And the rest of the running backs that you named, I mean, those are integral parts of those teams. This goes back to, and I had this conversation with a couple of guys yesterday, teams are not tackling in practice. CBA allowed teams to back off on tackling and keep players fresh. And I think what you're getting now, and we've seen this particularly the last couple of years, is more and more injuries occurring during games. And this is what we had yesterday. And it's unfortunate in a big way. The Vikings are going to miss Adrian Peterson. The Chargers are going to miss Woodhead. And all those running backs are going to be missed by their teams.
Logan, you got him on the
Ray, I meant to say this earlier, so you can give me the opportunity to say it now, because I love how we go from 1 week to the next and how things change. Now, I know one of the storylines coming out of week 1 was how darn good Oakland is going to be and how lousy Atlanta. Atlanta's awful. You know what? Atlanta then beats Oakland 35-28. Everybody pumping up this Jacksonville team. They lost to San Diego 38-14. What other score surprised me? There was a few others in here yesterday that I went, well, that's not what we were saying after week 1, but that we're going to change our tune going into week 2. But those two, Atlanta over Oakland, San Diego blows out Jacksonville. I thought Jacksonville was this new and improved team this year. Not so much yesterday, huh?
Well, Jacksonville is struggling, and Gus Bradley's certainly on the hot seat. I think you got to look at the Rams-Seahawks game yesterday, too. Rams get shut out Monday night, come back on a short week, hold Seattle to 3 points, only put up 9, but 9's enough to win that game. We were right in the Rams' office, also Rams, after Monday night getting shellacked by the 49ers. The key is you can't overreact after a couple of weeks right now. You look for trends. The trend, you bring up a great trend. Jacksonville, I think they're in trouble. Gus Bradley's in trouble. He may not survive. If they go 1-4, 1-5, he could be the first coach fired. I thought there was going to be a chance that Mike McCoy in San Diego would be. I think now losing a couple of important players, they're putting up a fight. I mean, they won yesterday, but last week they had a big lead against Kansas City. They could easily be 2-0 right now if they didn't blow that lead last week. So I think McCoy's okay in San Diego. I think Gus Bradley's in trouble in Jacksonville.
And we have a guest on coming up at the bottom of the hour, Tim Graham, Buffalo News. We'll get into this. But I was looking for a couple of stories on my Friday 6 p.m. sportscast, and Rex Ryan made it very easy for me. Fires his offensive coordinator, Zach, in Greg Roman. Really? I mean, how about fire your defensive coordinator, your brother? I mean, what a mess in Buffalo, and Roman is out. I guess from what I could tell, and you could chime in on this too, Ray, is the Sporting News was reporting that this wasn't so much Rex, and this was the ownership going, hey, you know what? 0-2 start, you better show us a little something that you're willing to do something for our fans, change some things around, and this is what he was kind of forced in to do.
And it's funny, Roger, because you mentioned that. Terry Pegula did not show up to the team picture.
Yeah.
And they were thinking that, you know what? Could it be that Rex could be fired just after 2 weeks? But apparently that wasn't the case. Rex said it's all him, but who knows what?
Yeah.
It's turning into a dumpster fire quickly.
Hey, Ray Brownell, so Greg Roman gets his picture taken with the team, and as soon as he's done smiling and having a good time getting his picture taken, he gets called into a meeting with Rex Ryan and gets fired.
Yeah, that tells you about the dysfunction in Buffalo already.
Ray Brownell from the Affinity and Entertainment Group, our NFL agent extraordinaire here on the Monday show as we recap the weekend.